Hello, hi. Welcome to Josh Thomas and Friends and You, the teaser. This isn't a real episode. This is a fake episode. Just to get us started. Thank you so much for joining us so early. I think the thing I want to talk about at the beginning, because I'm going to assume that if you are joining us this early, that me and you are friends, that you've had like some experience with me at some point, I guess, over the last 21 years of me doing stand-up comedy. And I want to talk about, because I feel like I have been quite quiet for a few years. And the reason for that is because, I mean, I guess just overall, I guess the last few years I've just been feeling really sad about the world. The last few years I've been feeling really, really sad about the world. And I think everybody's been feeling really sad about the world. And I haven't really known what to do about it. One of the like silliest feelings I've been feeling is nostalgia. That's such a dumb emotion. I remember when I was a kid, I would see adults talking about how they thought the world was better in their day. And I was like, no, babe, it wasn't better in your day. It's exactly the same. It's just as good. It's just that it was better for you then because you were young. It's tough now because you're so tired. You're so old. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not rock music's fault. It's not violent video games or like Eminem. It's your ligaments. But now I'm them. I'm 38. I'm on the cusp of my third hair transplant. And I actually do think maybe things were better in my day, guys. I think maybe things were better in the 90s, but like legit for real. Like legit for real. I'm worried that we broke the world. Did we, guys, seriously, did we break the world? And then I guess I haven't felt like I've had anything helpful to add to that because we're living in an era when whenever there's an event or a crisis, my phone shows me so many takes and then so many takes on the takes and then takes on the takes on the takes and then someone's apology and then somebody's take on the apology. We're in some sort of like human centipede of people's opinions on our phones, and I don't want to contribute to that. I mean, here we are now listening to my take on how there's too many takes. We're living in the complaints department of the complaints department. And I don't really want to be a part of it. So the good news is that's absolutely not what this podcast is going to be about. This podcast is called Josh, Thomas, and Friends and You. And it's just going to be like fun and gossipy and like a little bit gross and intimate and personal. And like, is it going to get me cancelled? Yes, maybe, but whatever. I'm not scared of that anymore, actually, because if that happens, I'll just move to Brazil. I love it there. Speaking of, I'd like to introduce my producer, Penny.
Hi, Josh. How are you?
We're colleagues now, but we're friends first.
Friends first, always.
Dear friends, which is important.
Very important.
Because what happened this week, 40 minutes into us working together, was you accidentally saw a picture of my dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, which made me really happy that I didn't hire someone off IMDb and then I did decide to work with someone who I have a close, intimate relationship with who would be at my house at 2 a.m. naughty things anyway. So maybe it's not that big a deal if you see my dick as far as like, me being Harvey Weinstein goes. But then I don't know, but that doesn't mean you're still a human though. Maybe it was incredibly uncomfortable even just as friends.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I shocked myself with how unshocked I was. I mean, for starters, I wouldn't have known it was your dick pic, but you said that's my dick pic.
I didn't mean to. I just blurred out. I'm not a good thinker. I could have just glossed past it and you would have thought it was some twank's dick pic.
I know, but you did say that's my dick. That is my dick.
I'm not a good thinker. I didn't mean just, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it.
I didn't mind. I didn't mind at all.
But that's awful, isn't it? I don't want you to mind. I don't want you to be upset, but I also don't want you to be bored by it. It's hard for me. It's hard for me as the sexual aggressor, I suppose, would call me in this story. Because I definitely don't want you to be upset. But when you said I don't mind, and you act like it was so dull, like it wasn't even a blip on your.
But Josh, you have to understand, I'm a straight girl in 2026.
You've seen so many.
I've seen so many.
I've seen so many too.
I've seen so many.
There's a dating app now called Sniffies. It's like Grindr, but it's more slutty. And what happens on Sniffies is there's no face pics mostly. It's just sort of dismembered pics of people's body, like their dicks or like sometimes just their sphincter. And I don't like it that much. I go in there sort of thinking maybe I'd be interested, but then I can't. It's sort of like trying to buy meat in an abattoir.
I was thinking, I can imagine
Yeah.
I'm just picturing sausages and Woolworths just in the packet,
It's exactly that. So that leads us to because what happened is on the weekend I was telling my friends that we were at a rave, and I was telling them about how I think you're my first friend to ever see my, because I don't do a lot of dick pics in my life, and I was telling them that I think you're my first friend to ever have seen my dick, and everyone was shocked that my best friend Tom, who I've been best friends with since I was 12, who me and him made Please Like Me Together, and me and him made the original version of this podcast back when I was straight, called Josh Thomas and Friend. They were all shocked that he's never seen my dick. I'm almost certain that he hasn't. And the big teaser for next week is we're going to ask Tom Ward if he's ever seen my dick. And doesn't that seem like something? So subscribe, like, leave a review.
Maybe you too can see Josh Thomas's dick.
No.
That's not enough
Well,
already.
maybe. Okay, goodbye.